Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Dateable, a show all about modern dating, where we talk about the whys. Why? Why does this happen? Why do
Why?
people do these
Why?
things? And why are we so awesome? No, just kidding. But we already know why. Happy Thanksgiving after Thanksgiving week, I guess you call this. It should be something to
I know.
celebrate. We made it through a major holiday.
We did it. It was a little weird this year, but it came out ahead. I think this quote I feel like that we put up on Instagram, I feel like captured it
I
so
love that quote.
well. It was
Yes.
for anyone that did not is not following us on Instagram. If you're not, get on there now. But I thought 2020 would be the year I got everything I wanted. Now I know 2020 is the year I appreciate everything I have. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that quote just spoke to me so much. Like I feel like that really has like this year has encompassed that 100%.
It's a year of reflection, and
For
Thanksgiving,
sure.
no matter how you spent it, I think was a moment of just pausing and
Mhm.
reflecting back on this crazy ass year and just being grateful for those little moments that probably you didn't even think about in previous years. Like this year,
Mhm.
just having the privilege of eating a really great meal made me
Mhm.
stop in my tracks and think, wow, I'm very privileged to be able to eat this wonderful meal. We did not have turkey, we had duck. We had roasted
Ooh,
duck, and it was
yum.
gorgeous and amazing. And my mom made lobster tail. I mean, the
Ooh.
whole thing was just absolutely wonderful. And being
I
able to
should have
be
been at the shoot house.
yeah, you should have. We planned this for months. I was like, I want surf and turf and no turkey. My mom is incredible. She's an incredible cook. But being able to spend the time with my parents, we drove down, my boyfriend and I drove down to LA or to SoCal from NorCal. And, just having the option to do that was
Yeah.
also just something I was really grateful for.
Totally. I mean, I've been really happy that I've been able to get back. I know it's been a mixed bag with travel this season for
Mhm.
sure. I think going the week before was a very smart move for me. Like I know not everyone had the luxury to go and take off work or whatever, but I think just seeing like the crowded airports, and when I went there was like very few people in the airports, so I think that was definitely a blessing. And then to, not have COVID and be with my I mean, I did a very small gathering this year. It was just my mom and dad, and we got food from
Oh,
a
your two parents.
restaurant.
Like I thought you
My
were
two
like, just my
parents,
two
yeah.
sets of parents,
There's something I haven't told you yet.
as opposed to,
But
my normal one set. I get two this year.
but I was able so I saw my parents. I feel like I've been able to see people in like smaller sets this year. So I saw
Mhm.
my parents for Thanksgiving, and then my mom and I did a day trip to see my brother and my
Yeah.
sister-in-law. So we drove 3 hours to their suburb that they live into in New York. And my mom was like, "You cannot use the bathroom." And I'm like, "Oh my God, this is gonna be,"
What?
because she didn't want to stop like at some random thing on the street,
Oh,
like in public bathrooms. And I'm like, I don't know if I can make it, but I'll do my best.
so you just
So
held it for 3 hours?
so yeah, so I'm sure this is why everyone's tuning into a dating podcast, but I learned this trick. So this is good for anyone.
It's a trick.
Apparently when you eat bread, it like curbs your
Oh,
bladder.
oh, it absorbs it.
It does. So again, not saying that everyone should be eating bread all the time, but like I was on this trip and my mom, I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. And she's like, here, have this piece of bread. And then it like went away. It was amazing.
And you get to eat bread. It's a win-win situation.
Exactly. So that was fun. Did that. And then I got to see my aunt and uncle today. And they have this new dog. And its
Cutest
name,
doggy.
I know I sent you a photo because he was so cute. His name is Fauci.
Fauci? No way.
It's like, I
that
don't know if I
that
want to
dog is
remember.
very smart.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, I don't know if I'd want to remember this time forever, but I guess I will be every time I see
Is
that
he a
dog.
puppy?
Yeah,
He's a
super
baby.
cute,
A
super
little
cute.
doodle, a golden doodle? Is that what he
It's
is? Or
Labradoodle.
oh,
We're not, Golden Doodle, Labradoodle, and then like some um. I got I'm blanking on the type of dog it is, but it's not like a pure Golden Doodle, but very cute.
Okay.
Super cute
Well,
dog.
yeah, he's Fauci is adorable. I never thought I would say that, but Fauci is
Fauci the
absolutely
man is
adorable.
adorable also. He is a cute man. Come
He's
on.
very soft, the dog, that is. But
You know
something,
what's
oh, go for it.
Oh no. So I was gonna say, you know what's been funny though, is I've been actually like using dating apps while I've been here. And for people in San Francisco, still I'm not like trying to like get on the apps with people in Boston because I'm only gonna be here for like a month or so. And I I feel like someone in our group, Ivy, mentioned this new
Hmm.
term uh
Holla
holoswipe,
swiping,
like which
holiday
I think is
swiping.
so dead on because I've definitely seen an uptick. But one of the challenges I've had is that I've told some people that I'm in like we're having a really great conversation, and then I
Hmm.
say I'm in Boston, and then they just like disappear.
No. Wait, you're talking to people in the Bay Area still?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. No, you
So
got
I
a
totally get
local
it. I
swipe.
get it. I know, but I don't want a local swipe. I get it though. I get it though. I'm trying to just like, do the video. But I have talked to some and they have been great. And people, it's not all people. It's just like there's been a little bit of a trend of some people being like, wait, so you're not coming back any like one guy's like, oh, what are you up to today? And I'm like, oh, I'm in Boston. He's like, peace, kind of.
Yeah, but a little far for me. But here's the thing though. If you are a Bay Area person in Boston for the holidays, there's got to be other people in the same situation. I always think about this. You're never the only
True,
person in the same
true.
in this situation in particular. So if you do some local swiping, you might be able to find someone who is similar to you.
Yeah, I have been talking to people that haven't been turned off by it, so I think it's
Oh,
okay. I
okay,
mean,
fine.
really, in theory, like what is a month? Especially right now in COVID times, like where you are in LA, it's back to lockdowns, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like San Francisco might be heading there soon. Like it's like realistically, like we might not be meeting up even if we were in the exact same place.
So you can take it real slow for that month.
Exactly. Exactly.
I do think it's crazy that as soon as we got down to LA, they were like, we're closing outdoor dining for
Yeah.
3 weeks. I mean, I think we were here a few days before they closed everything down. So we ate out every meal
Oh yeah, you're like, we gotta get it in. We gotta
just
get
to
it
take
in.
advantage, but also such a privilege to be able to eat out. I
Hmm.
forgot what that felt like
I
to just,
know.
like to to not do the dishes, to not have to cook. It's a beautiful feeling, and it's also a time, like if you think about all those previous years of Thanksgiving, all the body shaming that media companies
Ugh,
do the day after Thanksgiving. It's like, oh, working off that turkey. There's the turkey
nope.
run. There's like burning off all that food. This year, no, we haven't had any of that. Just be grateful that you
No.
had food with people that you love.
Exactly. Well, speaking of body shaming, I feel
Yep.
like that
That's the
that is our
topic.
topic for today. I feel like this has been, I mean, we have an amazing guest, Erin, and she really like this actually all stemmed from our Facebook group. So, shout out if you're not in the Facebook group, Love in the Time of Corona, definitely join. It is the most happening place on the internet. I'm going to keep plugging it that way because that's what it
We
is.
trademark
But we
that.
had we had this post. I think this post went viral within the group, if we could say that. But she put up a post about body image. Like, has anyone else experienced this? And literally, like, I mean, I think this might have been our most like commented on post. Like people were coming out of the woodwork everywhere, like men, women of all shapes and sizes. Like it wasn't,
Hmm.
like it was really just like universal of how much body image really impacted all of us when it came to dating. And that's how she phrased it. And she's like, hey, potential podcast topic idea. And we were like, hey, do you want to be at the
Yes.
podcast? Because you just volunteered yourself. So it was really great because she had so much experience. And, like we really get into it, but some of it, it's like comments that people make in passing can really sit with you for a long time. And it's so crazy like how people can just make these comments and like it rolls off your tongue and it really like eats at people's self-esteem. And I've been there myself personally. Like this has always been a struggle for me in dating, and I don't know what the answer is this. I'm really hoping Janice, our moderator, poses this as a question to hear people's, but I go back and forth because I'm like, on one hand, it's like you don't want to let this get in your way. Like you want to just keep like, it's like you're never going to be perfect. You want someone to love you for who you are. So like keep going. Like don't let like your weight get in the way of dating or like the way you feel about your body. But then on the other side, if you don't feel good, it's really hard to like want to feel intimate and like want to like put
Mm-hmm.
yourself out there in that way. So it's like I struggle with it because I know for myself, like the times that I have taken a step back and like felt better about myself, that's when I do attract people. So it's kind of chicken and egg, but it's also like not ideal just to be sitting in limbo waiting for that like perfect time when you lose like X amount of pounds or you gain X amount of pounds. Like it just doesn't work that way either. So
And I
yeah, I
think
don't know if that was that
sometimes
helpful because it wasn't an answer, but
I think sometimes we just forget that our bodies are so different that we can't,
hmm
there's like no magic formula that works on my body that will work on someone else's body. This is why I love all this like genetic testing and DNA testing because, like in addition to the podcast, I work in the fitness industry. I've been in this industry for a long time and I'm surrounded by extremely fit people, but everyone's
hmm
journey is so different. I can honestly tell you there are some people in this industry who don't need to work out. Who can eat whatever they want and still
right.
look extremely cut and fit. And then some people who've struggled their whole life so their body becomes their trophy because they had to work so
hmm
hard. But ultimately, I think it's not about this image, and I think that's a problem with our culture is that we have this image of what an ideal body looks like. It's really about the ideal healthy body for you. I think
hmm
healthy is the key word. I've seen people in the fitness industry who are extremely unhealthy, who look
Yep.
like they should be there, they've got like the six pack abs. Do you know what they do to get the six pack abs? They don't
I
eat
know.
for 6 days straight. They don't even
Right.
drink water just so they don't have any water weight, just so their six pack can show through. And then there are other people in
Right.
the industry who can eat pasta the night before a competition or whatever, and the next day they have like 8 packs. So
Right.
it's you can see it as unfair, or you can see it as I just need to think about like what's the best for me and my body.
Right. And I think it is a lot of it is like we say this about everything, but it is mindset shift. Like I know I'm never going to be like a size zero. So it's like I could be upset about that and let that like deter me from dating and think that there's no one that likes my body shape, or I can like embrace who I am. Like there is like, like there's only so much that you can obviously make your like get in the best shape for yourself or the healthiest for yourself. But at the end of the day, like a lot of it is just your own like the way you process it. And I think that's really great in this episode too, is Erin
Mm-hmm.
talks about a lot of the work she did to just come to terms with who she is and like see the beauty of who she is, because she truly is a beautiful person. And she also, as a plug, has this amazing podcast called Accidental Badass. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
this was fueled by like, I mean, honestly, I would not like some of the stories she said in this episode is shocking to me. Like I have not heard of people getting this much like blatant, like criticism for their body type. Like it's crazy. And just how she's processed this and made it like a positive thing is actually truly admirable. So I'm glad she was able to like funnel that energy into something like this accidental podcast, a badass podcast, and all this, just the way she
Accidental
processed
podcast. I accidentally started this
this,
podcast.
this accidental badass podcast, and just how she like views herself as a whole now.
I think this conversation for us, we came to the conclusion that a lot of this body shaming comes from people's insecurities.
hmm
And I don't know if this is a controversial topic to bring up or not, but we did have to kick out someone from our Facebook group who
Yes.
did exactly this. There was someone posted something about just, getting over like kind of body image issues when it comes to dating. And this man posted this very inappropriate comment about how he said when he felt the most insecure is when he went for women who were plus size or something, right? And that he
Yeah, it was
felt
really fucked.
it was really fucked up, and how he thinks that like with people who are more confident that they wouldn't do that. It was really, I don't know, he was trying to do like a backhanded compliment. It was definitely very
Yeah.
insulting, and I'm glad we kicked him out of the group. But there are still people who think like that, who let
Right.
them their insecurities drive these thoughts of like, what's the perfect body.
Right. And I do want to say he was not a dateable listener. He was a friend of someone. So while we do encourage friends to come, but also be careful who you invite because your stamp is kind of on them. So yeah, I
True.
just want to point that out. We've had no issues with dateable listeners, to be honest. A lot of it's been friends that's been the challenge. And yeah, I think we made an assumption like, oh, your friends represent you. So hopefully we don't have to keep doing that. But we're on it. If something like that happens, like that's not okay. Like that is not a like this poor woman was like coming to just like get
Yeah,
like
to be
heard, and this was
vulnerable.
not what not what she wanted back.
I
Yeah,
love
it's
that. I love that the
just,
group checked him though. They were like,
oh
"Nope,
yeah,
that is not
no.
okay. Does
Oh
not
yeah,
fly
people
in our
got each
group."
other's back. But yeah, this is a great episode though. Super excited to air it. Yeah, just other announcements that we have quickly before we get into all of this. If you're not in the sounding board yet, you're going to hear us keep bringing this up because it's just so wonderful. And we're so excited. We just got off the call with some great coffee chats, and that is one of the perks if you're in one of the tiers. There's a tier for everyone. So you can go to soundingboard or dateablepodcast.com/sounding board and read all about it. But we have an audio series, events, one-on-one coffees with UA and I, but also just an amazing community. Like really between us and the community members, you will have your sounding board, these people to really just like, be there for you and not let the douchebaggery get in.
Yeah, we don't allow douchebags. Although douchebags do have feelings too. I'm sure they have their own sounding board. Let us know if you do find a douchebag sounding board. We love to invite them.
Love it. And then our final announcement, if unfortunately our Black Friday Cyber Monday sale is over, but that doesn't mean that you cannot still buy our incredible merch. I feel
March,
like
March.
like there's a lot, the socially distant yet emotionally available, that line is
So
flying
good.
off the shelves. And the quarantine for fuckboys line, I definitely may have ordered myself a tank top on that one. But we've been loving people sending us like even in Instagram stories that you've been purchasing the mugs. And we took in some like requests too to get the Zooty call line and master dating line. So like there's a lot of great stuff on there. Like honestly, like we're super excited about it. The reception has been amazing. We can't wait till you guys start receiving your items. So if you did already buy, definitely post in your Instagram stories or on Instagram about your merch. But if you haven't bought yet, you can go to dateablepodcast.com/shop. And if you're a sounding board member, you get discounts all the time. You don't have to wait till Black Friday,
All
Cyber
the
Monday. So
time.
another reason to join the sounding board.
Our merch line is like the progression of a relationship. Like we're just starting out. If you're like, I'm sort of committed to these girls, you get a sticker, right? And then the next step is like a mug because now every morning when you drink your coffee, you think of us. And then the next step is maybe a fanny pack because you're like, okay, I'm carrying stuff. Like I trust these girls to hold my important items. And then the final step is like the loud sweatshirt.
Yeah, quarantine from fuckboys.
Quarantine from
just
fuckboys.
Loud and clear.
That's when you know you have an
Neon
exclusive
pink.
relationship. You are committed to us. That is how our merch store works. It's the evolution.
What is more committed? Quarantine from fuckboys sweatshirt or DTF mask? I'm not sure.
Oh my, DTF mask. That's
If
true.
I saw someone in the DTF mask, I would 100% approach them. People are always asking like, how can people approach me in real life in COVID? We gave you like 10 different merch lines. Socially distant yet emotionally available, right there. I may have also added
Yeah.
that to my profile too. Just saying.
Now we just need a shirt that says COVID negative to go along with the DTF
Ooh.
mask, just
Oh
that
yeah.
double
Yep.
reinforcement might work out well. Just saying. But
And of course, like obviously there's so many ways you could support us, by either joining the sounding board or purchasing merch. But Also, we totally get that people, are struggling with COVID. So if that's not in the cards with you right now, like, tell a friend. That's another way of like
Yes.
giving back to us.
And a great episode to tell your friend about would be our last week's episode that was all about turbo relationships. People really love
Oh,
this
so
episode
good.
because so many people have
I
been in
loved
turbo
this
relations.
episode.
And we went through this whole story of a turbo relationship and came through some breakthroughs. I think that was the most important part. Like, how do you learn from these turbo relationships if they don't last that long, but they go so deep and passionate? Which is also the inspiration for our Would You Rather for the week, which was would you
We're
rather?
bringing it back. We're
Oh,
bringing it back, people.
Yes. Every once in a while, we will. Would you rather be in a passionate, deep, but tumultuous relationship for 1 month, or a stable, caring, yet stagnant relationship for 1 year?
Mm.
And there was a lot of discussion in our Facebook group about what the word stagnant means. I thought that was
Yes.
really interesting.
People
We had
got very fixated on this word.
we had to bring out a definition, but some people were saying, like, is stagnant just comfort? Is stagnant just no sex? Is like, people had their own definitions. To me, stagnant just means the relationship is not progressing. It is just at a standstill.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
changes it a little.
Does it?
Interesting.
Does it change?
I
Oh,
think
okay.
so.
Because I think the stable and caring were the words that people were drawn to for the 1 year relationship, but the stagnant is that's a wild card. So what is your response?
Oh, this is so tough because I think like when I thought stagnant originally, I thought it was just like kind of like boring, but not like it was still
Mm,
progressing. Oh, this is tough. I think I was originally going to say the opposite, so I'm actually flipping on the fly now that I've gotten some more insider's info here. But I think originally I was like, I'm so done with like that 1 month one that really like kind
mm,
of like gets you excited and then fucks you over essentially because you get like you build this like future and like all this stuff and then it doesn't happen. But if we're talking about a stagnant relationship, in theory, you've actually invested more time into it and it's not
mm-hmm.
going anywhere. So I think I'm going to actually go with the 1 month. I mean, I prefer neither, but if I'm going to waste time, I'd rather waste 1 month than like a year and like think I have a future that's not going anywhere.
Yep,
What
yep.
would you do?
So to me, I was in a 1 year, I was in a 2 year
Oh, yes. Uh,
stable, caring, yet stagnant relationship. And it was nice, but didn't learn anything. So I think it just comes
mm,
back to, what do you want to get out of it? What I learned was I didn't want to be in something like that again.
mhm.
So I would choose what you chose, is I rather learn as much as I can in 1 month than not have many learnings in 1 year. But we are totally opposite from the majority. 75% of people said they rather be in a 1 year stagnant yet caring and stable
Yeah.
relationship than the 1 month. I think it's really
The stagnant word.
it's a reflection of the times. It is. It's a reflection
Mm,
of the pandemic where people really wish they had something stable. They had a
mhm.
partner. They don't need that 1 month, like, here and gone the next day. They're craving that stability. And a lot of people said that. I'm craving
Yep.
stability right now.
I could see that. I mean, the 1 month does like there's something that feels so unfinished about it that it
Mm,
hurts. I think it's like if stagnant wasn't just not going anywhere and it was just not like super exciting, I would have picked the 1 year and hands down. But
yeah.
the idea of it just not going anywhere for so long, like knowing that and opting in is troublesome to me.
Yeah. You can argue it either
Yeah,
way.
totally.
And then
Shut up.
of course, a lot of people said, I'd rather just be single if those are the
Yeah.
two choices, of
Yeah.
course, but that's not how Would You Rather works. How many times do I have to tell you guys this?
Exactly. Everyone, it's so funny people's reactions to you when you post it. They're like, why would you post this? It's like, it's a game of
I know.
extremes. It's
They're like, I'd rather just lock myself in a room by myself and be single forever. I'm like, I'm sorry. It was just like
right.
hypothetical question. My
Maybe there should always
goodness.
be a third one of lock yourself and be single forever.
That is a really good idea.
Could be like the wild card, they should
Yes.
always pick that if you really don't want to do
Yes.
it. But
Yes. Or be like
shut
kidnapped into a cult for,
sh-
forever.
shout out to Yue's ex though, who I saw on the street and definitely ignored me. I literally walked right by him and I was like, oh, and then looked away. But maybe he didn't notice me in my mask.
So
Who knows? Who
weird.
knows?
How weird is that? We've been broken up for almost 3 years, and I've
Yep.
not run into him once.
I've
And
seen him
Julie's
twice.
Julie's run into him twice.
Okay, in one time though, I was in an Uber, so he 100% did
Right.
not see me. But this time, I literally walked right by him, and he looked at me and then looked away.
Yeah, he definitely saw you and
Just
recognized
saying.
you. I love how
Just
Julie's
saying.
like, well, I was wearing my mask. Maybe he couldn't recognize me. I'm like, no, Julie, he definitely saw you. He recognized you. It's not like you're wearing like a uniform or whatever. Like, you didn't just disappear behind your
Nope.
mask.
Nope.
Well, enough about exes. Let's get to this episode about body image with Erin.